Cooksy Bob, what's up? Hey, I have some breaking news that I think everyone's going to be pretty happy about, especially you European guys. So back in the day, if you guys remember in the 90s, a lot of guys came over here. Jean-Michel Bale got his feet wet in Supercross by racing a few rounds, then going off, winning the world championship, and then he came back full time. A lot of people don't remember Stefan Everts did this, and this was normal practice by a lot of guys in the 90s and to the early 2000s, and then it kind of Supercross got a little bit aggressive, and a lot of the guys stopped doing that for fear of kind of getting hurt and not being able to do good in their world championship. But hold on, real quick with the sponsors. If you want to get an energy drink, Energy Fuel, CoachRobStore.com. If you're going to get your garage done up nice, hit up Epic Garage Designs. If you need some goggles, a t-shirt, something cool to represent, hit up Ride Strapped. And if you're shipping something, use Precision Transport. They have some amazing, they're really good with customer service. So let's get into the news.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, guys, I made you wait long enough. So we all saw Jorge Prado over here playing around in Supercross, and everybody was like, oh, he's just playing around, he's just riding. No, he had a purpose. He was testing. He wanted to see if he thinks he can do Supercross. And guess what, guys? He signed. He's going to ride the TLD Gas 450 for the first 3 rounds of Supercross. How about that? Yeah, that is awesome. I couldn't be happier with this news. And I'm excited to see how he does. Where do you guys think he'll finish? I mean, it's a stacked field. You got Tomac coming back. You got Jet, Hunter. You got Anderson. There's so many good riders. You got Webb. You got Chase Sexton on his KTM, which they're kind of teammates, but not really because they're both riding for, that same brand that has 3 different brands, KTM, Husqvarna, and Gas. But this is something that could open the floodgates. This is big in the sense of how great would, and I've talked about this, and I really think the SMX should take the top 2 guys from MXGP and MX2 and qualify them in for SMX. I think that would make it more of a true world championship, that you can qualify from a world event or a United States event. Now, Jorge Prado is going to come over here, ride the first 3 Supercrosses. I'm not quite sure how he'll do. I have him in the top 10. We could even see a top 5. I don't expect him to win. It's just not what he's done his whole life. And Supercross kids nowadays, these guys grow up. I mean, look at Danger Boy Deegan. This kid grew up on an arena cross track or a Supercross track, hitting whoops and doing that type of stuff. And speaking of Danger Boy, rumor is he's out in Colorado training with Eli or learning from Eli. What a great mentor. I will say this about the Deegans. They know what they're doing when it comes to learning and following the right people. There couldn't be better people to learn from than the Tomacs. And like I said, that one's allegedly. I just know he's out there so anyway, guys, that is it for the breaking news, but I had to get that out to you. I am stoked, and I cannot wait to see Jorge Prado racing USA American Supercross. And hopefully we get to see him in SMX. And hopefully this opens the floodgates for more European guys to come try this. I would love to see a lot of those guys come over and try their hand at a different discipline, because it is a completely different discipline. This is not motocross. This is not how it was in the 90s when Jean-Michel Bale came over. When he came over, Supercross was just a really jumpy form of motocross. It wasn't what it is today. Nowadays, the bikes are different. Like, you can't ride a Supercross suspension on outdoors and vice versa, which we saw in SMX when they had the track at in Chicago that gave everyone fits, or in the same one in Charlotte. Guys didn't know what suspension to use because it's not the same sport. It's a completely separate sport, and all right. But anyway, I'm excited, guys. So remember, subscribe, and if you need a real estate agent, hit me up. If you need a real estate agent in your area, hit me up. I'll line you up with somebody. So thanks, guys. Subscribe. Later.